Hey.
What's going on? Rakim, just want to ask you about Saturday. Just what it meant for you to get out there in a game and make an impact as much as you did.
It was great. Got to go out there with the guys. We got a win, so that was fun, first and foremost. It was great. Made some plays, show what I can do. Hopefully I can keep it going. We all can keep it going.
It seems like you really, since the beginning, were able to latch on very quickly and start making plays right away. What's been key to your kind of rapid success here?
Just my mental space. Knowing I belong here, I went undrafted, so it can get tough with your mental space and feeling like nobody wanted you. But me keeping my mind right, staying sharp, and believing in myself, that's what I think has got me to this far. Hopefully it's going to keep me going.
How much of a challenge is that to keep a positive mental space when you have those thoughts of being unwanted?
I mean, it's tough at times, but I mean, I'm still here. I'm still in the building, and I'm making plays, so that's all I can ask for. Just put my head down and keep working.
You were able to show off your athleticism in that game against the Jets. I mean, making some great jumping catches, adjusting for the football as well. How key has that been for you, just to kind of stand out in training camp in the preseason?
I mean, that's the name of my job, wide receiver, to go out there and catch the ball. So I mean, it's been key. I've been having some lazy drops as of recent, but I mean, when the game comes, I think it's time for me to perform my best, and I think that's what I kind of did this weekend.
Does going undrafted motivate you at all? Do you almost feel like you do have a chip on your shoulder a bit?
I mean, I think wherever I would have got drafted, I would have had a chip on my shoulder, unless I was the first overall pick. But, but I mean, it's been fun though. Tampa Bay, they've welcomed me with open arms, so I'm grateful and I'm glad to be here.
What do you like about Tampa Bay?
The weather, the no state taxes, the coaches, the players, they're all down to earth. They're here to work. It's not no animosity within the room, so it's been great. Mike and Chris, two vets that lead by example, so it's been great to work with them.
Does it help too the fact that there's a big core of guys competing, for these final spots at wide receiver that are all undrafted?
I mean, I wouldn't say it helped. They're all great football players. They're all capable of making the team, but I mean, I think how valuable you are and what you can do probably sticks out the most into who makes the team. I don't make the decisions. I just go out there and do my job.
You guys are, I was saying you're all in the same boat, together trying to fight for a spot.
Yeah. And in terms of that aspect, I know it's a team, but in terms of making the team, you kind of focus on yourself. You don't try to focus on who makes the team, who doesn't. You just do what you can and let the chips fall where they may.
Dennis was saying he's like starstruck walking into the building and seeing a guy like Mike Evans. You're in a meeting room with him, with Chris Godwin.
Yep.
Was there anything about those guys, maybe their demeanor, that surprised you? I mean, what is it like for you walking into a meeting room with those guys?
Just the knowledge and what they bring to the game. It's stuff that they know from being in 7-10 years that I'll never know from being a rookie. So just trying to pick their mind and what they see is totally different from what I see. It's like when I first got here, I was just running around trying to make a play, and they're dissecting the defense, knowing what guys supposed to be. So just the mental aspect is probably what I'm keying in on the most, and how they take care of their bodies. I see CG in here all the time. Maintenance on his body, so that's what I'm trying to latch on to for real.
What's going through your head when you're trying to hurdle the defender? Did it just happen so quick that you can't even react, or talk us through that play?
He was a smaller corner. He was just standing flat-footed, not making any moves. So, I mean, I shot my shot. I tried to go over top of him, but it clearly didn't work. But
It's ambitious, though.
Yeah.
You shot your shot.
Have you ever had a successful hurdle?
Yeah, I do them all the time. I did them all the time in college and high school, but I mean, it's the NFL, so I don't know if I'll try that again. Coach Bowles didn't like it too much.
Are you one of those guys
And what did he say to you?
stacks up the mats with the box squats?
He didn't say anything, but I seen the interview where he said he didn't teach that, so I probably won't do it again. What did you say?
I was going to say, are you one of those guys that stacks up the mats and does those box squats? There's guys on YouTube that are doing it, and it's like 6 feet in the air.
When I was younger, I did. Now I don't really do all that type of working out. I do more functional stuff now.
Baker just officially got named the starting quarterback. What have you seen from him out here going through training camp?
I mean, he's a gunslinger. He has that that Oklahoma quarterback swagger. So you kind of like that as a receiver. He's going to give you a chance. He's going to put the ball in the air, and it's the receiver's job to go make the play. So I love that. I love him and KT. They both give their guys a chance. They're both phenomenal quarterbacks. So whoever was back there, I think the team would have had a good chance of competing and winning.
What has Baker brought to this team in terms of his overall leadership qualities?
Just his experience. He's been in a couple different buildings, a couple different offenses, so he kind of knows how to work. He's been playing with some phenomenal receivers himself, so I don't think the stage is too big for him. I don't know how long he's been in the league, but I mean he has the experience for sure, and he carries himself as such. Like he doesn't. This is work and this is a job for everybody, and he takes it as such.
What is it like being in the huddle with him? Because you see him walking on the field, and there's a confidence and bravado that you kind of carry. Do you feel that as a player inside the huddle?
Me being a rookie, only thing I'm focused in on the huddle is what I got to do. I'm not really focused on anything else but my job. So that's kind of. I mean, you can tell he has a swagger coming in the huddle. He's just saying the play. Based on the play, you kind of get a sense for where the ball's going to go based on the defense. So just focusing in on my job, that's the biggest thing in the huddle, really.
Talk about why this team is a good fit for you personally.
This team, I mean, I didn't get drafted. I got to pick the team I went to. So the older vets, I would say, was one key. I get to learn from Mike and Chris for however long they're gonna be here. Hopefully, it's a little bit more time. The area, they just won the Super Bowl, so you can tell the team they know what to do and they know how to get to the mountaintop. So that, in a sense, the Eagles had called me in the 7th round to draft me, but I had already talked to the Bucs to come here. So I think just the loyalty and them reaching out to me while the draft was still going on, it meant something to me. So
I was going to say, the Eagles are a team that certainly has a championship pedigree as well.
Yeah, they have A.J. Brown, Devonte Smith. I think those guys would be with the Eagles a lot longer than Mike and Chris would be here. They're still a lot younger than Chris and Mike, so I think their careers will last a little bit further, if that would make sense.
You had even thought about which franchise might give you an easier path to being a top 2 receiver?
Not easier, because it's still, it's Mike and Chris, I think it's 2 premier receivers. So not easier, but just a chance to show myself, perform a little more. Last year, the Eagles, they only had 2 receivers with over 60 catches, so you kind of know where the ball's going with the Eagles. Here, they had a little bit more rotation within the receivers, so it was an easier option.
With cuts looming, what is that like for you, knowing how important the next, few days are?
That's a good question. I don't really cuts are within the next week, but I don't control that. I just can go out, do my job on the field, perform at the highest level possible for myself, and let the chips fall where they may. Coach Bowles and Mr. Light, they make those decisions, so I'll leave that to them.
All right, that's all for Rakim. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.